Okay, so we're given this LISP expression that we need to evaluate. The key thing about LISP is that you want to be working from the inside of the expression all the way to the outside of the expression. This gives you clear steps that you need to follow in order to solve the problem. What we're seeing is that the first operation that we're given is a CDR operation. What CDR does is it takes everything but the first element in the list. The list that we're given to operate on is this right here. From 2, that opening parentheses, all the way to 7, those closing parentheses. When we're doing a CDR operation and we're taking off the first element in the list, that means that we're going to ax the 2 and we're left with this list right here, which we then feed into car, which is the next operation. Now what car does is the opposite of CDR. It takes only the first element in the list. What's interesting to note here, and what's pretty key to understanding LISP, is the fact that an element can be either a number or another list. What we're seeing here is that actually the next element in the list is another list. It's these parentheses that start with a 3 right here and go all the way to the 6. So what we actually end up feeding into the next function is this list right here, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's write it down here for clarity. 3, 4, 5, which key to remember is going to be, once again, another element in the list, and then 6. So there's 3 elements in this list. The 3, the 4, 5, which is contained by parentheses, and so is one element, and then the 6 right here. Now, the next operation we're going to do is another CDR. So we're taking everything but the first element, which means that we're going to be knocking off this 3 right here. So the next list that we're going to be having is going to be a 4, 5 as the first element, and then a 6. So now we're moving on to the last operation, which is another CDR. So once again, CDR, we're taking the final element in the list, because in this list, there's 2 elements. You have the 4, 5, which is the first element because they're contained by parentheses, and then you have the 6, which is the last element in the array. Because there's only 2 and we're taking everything but the first one, that means that the final answer for this problem is just going to be 6. Remember to have those parentheses there, since it's not just the element 6, but it's a list with one element containing in it, which value is 6.